So how far can you hunt turkeys with TSS ammo? Well, today we're gonna test it at ridiculous ranges. APEX gave me the ammunition used in this video, Carlsons gave me the choke tube, Mossberg gave me the shotgun, and Holosun gave me the red dot. George coming back at you with the New Hunter's Guide, the YouTube channel, and 5-year-long running podcast that has never missed a week. And today we're gonna try to find out how far can you hunt with TSS shot. The internet is on fire about this. A lot of you guys have requested this video. I am not an advocate of long-range turkey hunting, but hey, if we're gonna hunt, let's know the capabilities and the limits of our ammunition. And to do that, we're gonna test some APEX number 9 TSS 3-inch 2 1/4 ounces traveling at 1,190 feet per second. Now we're gonna test this ammo at 40 yards, 50 yards, 60 yards, 70 yards, 80 yards, 90 yards to find out what will it do at ridiculous ranges. Now, why not go further? Why not go to 100 yards? So I don't have that many shells left, actually. This box only has 4 shells left. So what I'm actually gonna do is take some of the test data from a previous video that I did where I shot this exact same ammo through the exact same choke tube at 40 yards and 60 yards, and we're gonna add to that today's data where we're gonna shoot at 50, 70, 80, and 90 yards in order to get you guys the whole picture. Now, as always, if you guys ever have a request for a video, let me know down below in the comments. I always keep a running list of different tests and ideas that I'm looking at doing next, but we're gonna test this particular ammo through my Mossberg 940 Pro Turkey using a Holosun 507K red dot with a Carlsons turkey choke with a constriction of 0.670. I tested several other chokes with this particular ammo. That one came out on top. Now, why number 9s for the long range test? George, shouldn't you test number 7s at long range? Aren't number 7s the best long range ammo? That is a great question, which is why I did an entire video testing number 6s against number 7s at long range, and I will link to that at the end of this video, and then you'll understand why we're doing what we're doing today. But enough of that, let's go head down to the range and see what we can learn. I've got the Carlsons turkey choke, and we're gonna lead off here with our first shot at 50 yards. I'm gonna go ahead, just load this thing up, test how well it cycles with this ammo in it. And guys, I'm gonna shoot the first one, and then if it looks good, if it looks right, I'll go ahead and just shoot the second one or the third one. If it looks like I might need to make some adjustments, I'm gonna do that. Don't wanna waste any shells, especially at long range. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, I'm gonna go take a quick look at that one, make sure it's centered, and I'll be right back. All right, I am glad I went to check because that one was dead centered and perfect, but the target at 80 yards fell over, so I went and put it back up. Let's load one more here into the Mossberg, and we'll shoot the next 3 of these one after another. And of course, we got next one up is 70 yards, then 80, then 90 yards. These things kick like a mule. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at these targets. All right, guys, these APEX patterns are absolutely devastating. You gotta take into account the range here. I'm gonna show you the 50-yard target. Keep in mind, this is 50 yards, not 40, 50. And then watch as these things go up. Yeah, we lose a lot of pellets, but wow, what this stuff can do. Let's take a look. 50 yards. Just devastating pattern. Now 70 yards, 20-yard jump. It's maybe a little to the left, but utterly devastating even still. 80-yard pattern. That's a dead turkey. Dead, 80 yards. Killed him, nothing left. 90 yards. Now, not as tight of a pattern, but still a dead turkey. I mean, are you seeing this? 90 yards, dead turkey? This is unbelievable. Now, I'm gonna count every single one of these pellets in a 10-inch circle. I'm gonna chart it. I'm gonna get you guys the real data here momentarily, but these turkeys are dead. But one downside I'm seeing here the further we go is you're gonna get more and more pellets in the breast meat the further away that you're shooting these turkeys. All right, let's go ahead and get to the math. Wow, so do you guys have any idea how many pellets I just counted for you so you don't have to? Oh my goodness, I never want to see another hole in paper ever again. But that's all right, love you guys, this is all for you. But I want to give you guys a disclaimer here. All right, these results that I'm about to show you, this data is with this gun and this choke tube. I only tested 3 choke tubes. If you tested more choke tubes, you may be able to find a choke that patterns better. I'm sure you could. If you put 30 out there, you'd find another one that probably patterns better than this one. But these are results, I think, that are indicative of what the average hunter could probably obtain with just a handful of chokes that they already have in stock, that they tested a couple of them, took that one and went into the woods. All right, let's take a look at this data right here. Check this out, guys. 40 yards, 378 pellets. 50 yards, 299 pellets. 60 yards, 170 pellets. 70 yards, 126 pellets. 80 yards, 89 pellets. And even at 90 yards, 66 pellets. Now you can see the percentage of pellets. That's the number of the number 9 pellets, the 814 that were inside the 10-inch circle at that range. That's just a reference point. That number really means nothing, practically speaking. The only number that matters is the number of pellets in that 10-inch circle at that range. So you can see how fast these things drop off. Now, my rule of thumb, guys, has always been 100 pellets at whatever range you intend to hunt should be in the 10-inch circle. So if that's 40 yards, you want to have at least 100 pellets. If you're going to hunt at 60 yards, you want to have at least 100 pellets in that 10-inch circle. That is how I determine at what range can I ethically and consistently kill a turkey every single time. So when we look at that here, what does our max range end up being with this particular gun ammo choke combination? Looks like right around 75 yards is how far you should be able to reasonably and effectively and confidently punch out. Interesting to note, there was not all that much drop in this ammo. Even at 90 yards, there was some drop, okay, there was. But we hit the vital zone of these paper targets at all of those ranges, even with some drop. Now, where was I aiming on these turkeys? I am not entirely even sure because I could barely even see the turkey at 70, 80, and 90 yards on that paper. I think I was aiming for about the head, assuming there would probably be some drop. So I think 70 yards with this choke tube ammo combo, you are 100% safe. You're gonna have good point of aim, point of impact. You're gonna be able to drop that turkey every single time. If you can see the beard to even know it's a tom at that range. All right, this is where we start running into issues. Can you even identify the bird that far away? Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But if you can, and if you can see it, and if you can aim well, this ammo is gonna do the job at 70 yards, maybe even a little bit further. However, there is still one big thing I need to mention, and that is pellets in the breast meat. You start getting out to these kind of ranges, and you've got pellets all over the place. You're gonna be putting pellets in your food. All right, it is absolutely better to shoot the turkeys at close range, not long range. Way better to shoot them at 35, 40, 45 yards where you can keep those pellets in the head and neck and not ruin your dinner and not risk your teeth. But if you're gonna shoot that far, this ammo will do it if you're willing to deal with the consequences and assuming you can identify the bird. And the next thing you should do is support this channel on Patreon and check out this video right here where I did the number 7 versus number 9 TSS testing at short and long range with pattern and ballistics gel. And you can check out this video here where I did the choke tube testing for this Apex ammo. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Till next time, God bless you and go get them in the woods.